As a black person living in Kazakhstan, this question, sometimes I don't know if I should get offended or I should laugh about it. How many inches is your cucumber? They asked me, how many inches is your, cucumber? How many inches is your, You're visiting Kazakhstan, get ready for some weird questions. It's, for Kazakh people, it's normal, but foreigners, it's completely weird. For example, for example, you meet someone 5 minutes and the person starts asking you, where do you work? I just met you. You meet someone in the taxi and the person starts asking you, where do you work? Where do you live? Imagine a stranger asking you about, where do you live? Where do I live? Why do you have to ask me where do I live? You want to kidnap me? And the craziest one, they ask you how much money you make a month. Lada, how much money you make a month? They ask you how much money you make a month. It's completely weird for a lot of people, but in Kazakhstan it's normal. How much money you make a month, and how many, do you have a wife? Are you married? Do you have children? A lot of personal questions, a lot of personal information. Where do you work? How much money you earn a month? And how many children you have? Do you have families in Kazakhstan? Like, how to say, it's interesting for them to talk to foreign nationals, but in a lot of countries, people don't ask personal questions. It's a little bit weird for someone asking you how much money you make a month. Why do you want to know how much money I make a month? Do you want to give me a new job? But in Kazakhstan, it's a little bit weird for me when I first came to Kazakhstan. Someone asks you. And the next one is crazy. How old are you? Age is like a personal questions. Yeah, it's a personal question, but in Kazakhstan it's normal. They ask you, how old are you? How old are your parents? Yeah. How old are your parents? How old are your parents? What is your job? What are your parents' job? And I'm like, are you FBI? Are you CIA? Are you the Kazakh police? What do you want? Why do you want all those information? When I first came, I was like, why will you ask me those type of personal questions? Are you my family? Are you the police or what? Why do you have to ask me those personal questions? So I got to realize that it's completely normal. It's just Kazakh people being friendly, and they just want to know a little bit of your culture. They're also trying to learn about your culture, and they're trying to learn about your people. So I got, oh, this one is the craziest one. As a black person living in Kazakhstan, this question, sometimes I don't know if I should get offended or I should laugh about it. How many inches is your cucumber? They asked me, how many inches is your, cucumber? How many inches is your, Sometimes I laughed at it, and sometimes I actually rarely get offended by any questions, because I have traveled, I've experienced a lot of different cultures, and someone asks you, wisdom, skoka inch. They ask you how many inches is your manhood, your manhood, your cucumber, your manhood, and I just laugh with the boys, like I'll be like 20 inches. The first time I came to Kazakhstan, someone asked me how many inches is your cucumber. I was like, why will you ask me something like that? It's personal, it's my private life. Why will you ask me something about my cucumber? And I was a little bit upset, and I was like, why will you ask me something? And I got to realize that it's completely normal. You don't have to get offended or upset without question. It's completely normal in Kazakhstan. But how many inches is your I laugh every day with this question. Sometimes when I'm going to play football with my football teammates, and they keep asking me these questions, and sometimes even some girls, you're surprised that some girls, some girls are also desperate. They have this, some of them have this stereotype that, once you're black, you have a big machine. I don't know if it's true. Do all black people have big D's? I don't know if that is true. Some of them I think it's true, maybe it's not true. But for me, I don't know if my own is big, I don't know. But I think it's big enough. It's a stereotype that all black people have, big stuff. So they keep asking me, they're just wondering how many inches. But I don't get offended. I'm someone who rarely get offended. I never get offended because I really love experiencing new life. I love experiencing new culture. So why will I get offended when someone asks me some questions? I just joke, laugh over it, and it's completely normal. Today's a beautiful day. Прекрасный день. It's a beautiful weather, rainy weather. So those are some of the weird but completely normal questions. If you ever try to visit Kazakhstan, they're going to ask you. But don't get offended. It's completely normal. Most of the Kazakh people, most of them, 80% or 90% of them are completely very friendly and very good people. See you on the next video. Ciao.